The number of resumes that a candidate will have will depend on the jobs that they're applying for or the industry that they're trying to go into. So it will depend on if you are trying to go into a specific industry or if you're making a career change. That might depend on the number of resumes that you have, or it might reflect the number of resumes that you have. While you might not need to rework your resume for every job that you apply for, you may need to tweak it a little bit depending on what that job is asking for to tailor it towards that specific job application. So for example, the summary section and the skill section is where I would mainly recommend you tailor it towards that specific job. If they're asking for a specific skill, you will want to add it into the skill section. If they're asking for specific language or industry knowledge, you might want to add that into the summary section. So it will depend on that. To emphasize the right keywords, you'll want to really go into the job description or the job posting that you're looking at and pick out any keywords that seem very specific towards that industry. So for example, if you're in business, a business acronym or any type of business keyword that they're looking for, or if you're in nursing, a specific nursing keyword such as patient care and education will be something that you will want to add into your resume or tailor it towards a specific industry as well. With premium services at iHire, you will have access to something called iScore on your iHire account that'll actually break down what each job application is asking for in terms of keywords. It'll tell you the keywords that it's looking for, if you have them within your resume, and if you don't. And if you see that you do not have it within the resume, then you can go ahead and add that in. And iScore helps you with ATS, applicant tracking system, so that will show you more about what that job is looking for and if you have those skills in there. To create a different resume for a different job posting, you will need to look at that specific job posting, see what kind of words they're asking for, what kind of experience they're asking for, and making sure that you're tailoring your resume towards that specific posting. So if they're asking for a certain amount of years, you want to make sure that that is within your resume. You want to make sure that you're not going too high over those years or too low below those years, making sure that you have in those skills that they're asking for or experience. So if they are asking for a specific keyword, you can add that in if you have it. If you have a specific software that you are working with, you can add in that as well. If they're asking for key skills that you have that are specific towards your industry, you want to make sure that you're adding that in throughout the resume, whether that is in the summary section, the skills section, and the professional experience section, and detailing more about how you use those skills, how you can contribute to a company with those skills would be a great way to tailor your resume towards a specific industry. To tailor your resume, it really won't take that much time at all when you are tweaking it towards a specific industry or job. Again, mainly the summary section and the skill section will be what you change, so it won't take that much time just to change out some keywords. For example, if you are a nurse and you are looking to go into an industry or a unit within nursing, so if you're looking to go into pediatrics or you're also applying to go to be an OBGYN, then you would change the summary section a little bit just to add in different keywords, but overall it will not take that much time. To give another example, let's say that you're an administrative professional who recently graduated from a veterinarian technician program. Your main goal is to work in a veterinarian office, but you're also applying to other roles in office settings to keep your options open. You'll want to create one version of your resume that includes your veterinarian skills, education, and credentials, and another version that highlights your general administrative background. For this, you'll also want to consider your resume format. So if you're looking to go into a different industry, you might need to do selected highlights, versus if you're remaining in the same industry, you'll want to do chronological. The difference between a chronological and a hybrid is that chronological or reverse chronological is what is pretty standard nowadays when it comes to applying for jobs. You'll go from your most recent position backwards to your latest position, and in there it will just detail your experience, your professional experience, where you've worked, your skills, pretty standard, versus a hybrid format will have a selected highlights section. That's really good if you are looking to make a career change, or if you are making a career change into something that is a similar industry or vastly different, and that will just pull out skills that are transferable into that specific industry that you're going into. For a functional resume, I would recommend to not use them unless you absolutely have to. Functional resumes is typically what is used if you are a career changer or if you're trying to hide a pretty big gap in history. Otherwise, it's just good to use selected highlights because it will still detail your previous experience while also pulling out achievements that are transferable first, so that employers will see that before they see your experience, and then they can go back and look at the experience. If you need more resume writing help, our iHire website is a great place to go. In there, we have a resource center that can detail more about, for example, formats, summary section, skills section, resumes in general. We also have our professional resume writing services on iHire.com. And then we also have the portfolio tool within your iHire account that will format your resume. If you just add in the information or you already have a resume uploaded, you can add more about your achievements and it can also format the resume for you.